There's also a pretty famous legend in this area of the vanishing hitchhiker.
Okay.
And it's kind of like the woman in white where she stands outside on the road and then wants you to pick her up. And all of a sudden she disappears.
She's like, bye, thanks for the ride.
Scary. Or she just like shows up and then you like run into her and she vanishes. And you're like just traumatized for life.
Yeah. Bye, I just downloaded the Uber app.
No tip for you.
Yeah.
Hi, Caitlin.
Hi, Cassie.
Hi, creepy people out there.
Hello.
If you're new to our creepy corner of the world, this is P&W Haunts and Homicides, where we chat about true crime, the paranormal, and anything creepy in the Pacific Northwest.
P&W, if you're nasty.
We know you're nasty.
You're nasty.
We see you.
We see you. We also do a tarot reading at the end of every episode for a little bit of deeper insight into our topic.
Our nasty topic.
Our nasty topic.
I don't know why I like the word nasty.
Like, I really do too. Like, you really got to put some stank on it, though. Nasty. You nasty.
I don't like the word stank.
Yeah, I don't really either. I felt like I regretted that as soon as it came out of my mouth, which is these days I feel like, why do I even speak?
I don't know.
You know?
You should just
I guess I have this microphone. Like, I guess that's why.
No, be loud.
Yeah.
Be loud and proud.
Yeah.
Do you remember the other word I don't like? I don't like to tell people because then they throw it in my face. And it's not moist.
I was going to say, I know
moist.
it's not moist.
It's crotch.
Oh, yeah. I don't care for it.
Stanky crotch.
Wow. That's really a nightmarish combo of words there.
There's like the grossest taste in my mouth right now.
Oh. Don't. No.
That was disgusting. I'm sorry.
I was like, I don't know how I'm supposed to react to that, but I know how I feel. JK.
Well, are you ready to continue our summer adventure shenanigans?
Yeah.
Because we're not done with summer yet, y'all.
No, well, obviously not. It's like midway through summer.
Right, I know.
Yeah. Me over here just being, well, actually.
You're like, yeah, it's not over yet. No, I'm hot.
Yeah, it's very hot.
But where we're going, you might get a little bit of relief from the heat.
Because I'm going to be in a cave.
No, not a cave this time, I promise.
Okay.
Different. We're doing different things. We're not just sticking with the same old thing all summer. And you know what's more P&W than climbing a dang old mountain?
A dang old mountain.
Dang old mountain.
A dang old mountain.
You know, those are really cold at the top, even in the summer.
That's true.
It's true. FYI, in case you didn't know.
That's why I like to hike them. Because I stay cool.
Yes.
I get that, like, you know, I'm being active. You get that, like, glistening, like, you know, blood rushing, like, feels good. I look good. I'm not hot.
I love being cold and then like getting myself warm, you know?
No, I don't want to get warm.
You know, you have to warm up a little. Like
you
can warm up without dying because it's cold.
I mean, it's better than like the 10-mile hike that I did when it was like 90 plus degrees and we ran out of water before we made it to the lake.
Oh, God. Why?
I don't know. Why? You know who you are.
That's actually a really good point that you bring up that really relates to this episode because you have to be prepared for hiking, like especially mountain hiking. It's not just, let's go to the mountain, go hiking. Like, you got to be prepared.
Yeah, respect the mountain.
Seriously.
Yeah.
She'll eat you. So we're headed about 61 miles southeast from Seattle to the Cascades. To the tallest mountain in Washington, a 14,411 foot tall active volcano. And I typoed volcano. The no is capitalized. And I was like, wow, that's like really, my body is telling me I have no control over my irrational fear of volcanoes.
I was going to say that's like almost a Freudian slip.
Yeah. Volcanoes. Severely deadly.
Yeah. Severely deadly. Because lava.
Yes. Oh, I'll never go to Hawaii. I think we've talked about it. Like,
oh, you have to go to Hawaii.
No, absolutely not. That's like my personal anxiety hell. No.
Well, I'm glad we're not doing a destination in Hawaii.
I'm never going to Hawaii. I don't even I don't have any desire to go to Hawaii. Like, none.
Spoken like someone who's never been to Hawaii.
I don't need to go.
I feel like false, but whatever.
I'm convinced I had a past life in Pompeii and I just won't have any of it.
Yeah.
Not having it.
Volcano.
Well, anywho, Mount Tahoma's, its indigenous name, last volcanic eruption was in 1894.
So does that mean that we're due for
I don't know
something?
I feel like kind of maybe in 2094. Hopefully not now.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It also has its own national park measuring at 369 miles.
Ooh.
Today we're talking about Mount Rainier.
Okay. I was like, I don't want to say.
Yeah, I was like, there was a lot of hints in there.
I know, but I'm like, I have to assume that I remember anything.
Yeah. I mean, I guess if you're not from here, you might not know.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? Maybe Mount Rainier is your Roman Empire. I don't know.
I don't know what that means, but what happened to the Roman Empire?
Okay, I'm going to have to show you that later.
Is it an internet meme?
It is.
I don't internet.
I know, but you really need to know this. It's it became such a viral trend because people were finding out that apparently men think about the Roman Empire.
Yes.
Okay. I was I feel like we've talked about this. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe that for you is Mount Rainier.
I don't think about it that
no,
often.
Me neither. Exactly.
But we have been there before in the first UFO episode I did where Kenneth Arnold saw the weird flying objects. What are the UFOs? UAPs. I made up a new thing. Weird flying objects. WFO. Yeah, WFO. Anyway. So he saw those over Mount Rainier. That was a whole story. If you are interested, you can go all the way back to the 9th episode we did. Maybe I'll link it for you if I'm feeling nice.
Yes,
otherwise, just go to the search bar and
type in UFO.
I think it's called,
I believe, or I want to believe.
No, we changed it. It's Pacific Northwest UFOs, I think.
Oh, okay.
Something like that. Guides from the Nisqually tribe would refuse to take hikers up to the summit, partly because they believed the spirit of the mountain would consume people into her cave-like stomach. So I lied. There is kind of a cave in this.
I mean, that feels a little extreme.
Yeah.
I want to say.
It was a long time ago, so this was most likely due to treacherous conditions with no modern day safety gear. So,
Okay, or was it treacherous because monster shenanigans and
stuff?
Because
cave teeth.
Yeah.
I don't know. We could go find out.
Oh, could we?
Honestly, I'm probably never going to climb a mountain and I'm okay with that.
Yeah. I feel like I've made my peace with that.
Even now, Camp Muir is the highest you can go up Mount Rainier without a permit. So you have to be serious about hiking and get a permit. I don't know what you need for that.
I mean, that makes sense because I'm sure if they've probably figured out that's the point where if you go further, you need to be prepared because you can get altitude sickness and
other. So you need to be experienced. There's a lot of ice, obviously, at the top of the mountain. Yeah. So you're gonna have to be I don't know that wearing ice shoes and having ice picks and I don't know.
Yeah.
Ice skating. Is that what you do up a mountain? You just up the mountain?
Just ice skating. Just super cash.
Down. That's how you get down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense.
I should never have a hiking permit. Don't give me one.
No one give her a permit, for God's sake.
If you can make this 8-mile round trip hike, though, with an elevation gain of 4,640 feet, the highest point at 10,080 feet.
That's too many feet.
It's a lot of feet.
It's too many.
But you'll get an amazing close-up view of the mountain that not a lot of people get to see. But that sounds really hard. So.
Yeah. I feel like people have probably taken pictures of that.
Yeah, there's pictures. We'll post some. So you don't even have to do it. You're welcome.
Honestly, work smarter, not harder.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Some campers at Mount Rainier saw strange lights in the sky that could not have been, in their opinion, normal aircraft or satellites.
Okay.
They were blue dots moving in an irregular pattern. A regular pattern is like kind of a theme with these UAP, UFOs things.
Yeah.
It's either that or they're like too synchronized, you know?
Right. Or I don't know, like they move away too quickly.
Yeah.
Like the speed is also another thing that comes up a lot.
Yeah. And I think that was one of the things.
I don't like any of that. It makes me think of like a spider. Oh. They move like in a very like sometimes irregular way.
The jumping ones. Oh my God. Yeah.
I had one that was so cute, fast the other day in my tub.
Don't tell me.
Yeah.
She killed it.
He's fine. He told me he was an Olympic swimmer.
Okay. I saw one of the knot spiders, the daddy long legs, on my door the other day. It's just like hanging out. And I was like, oh, hi. I was like, you're not a spider, so you're okay. And so now I talk to him every time I leave if he's still there.
No.
He's cute.
Okay.
They're like tiny puppies.
And that's a gross characterization of puppies. I like can't even talk. I'm so uncomfortable.
So you would be uncomfortable if you were here too, because all of these people woke up nauseous and not remembering what else happened the rest of the night after they saw the weird lights.
Okay. I don't think anybody likes it, but I think you know how I feel about nausea.
Yeah.
I find it nauseating.
It's so nauseating. It's severely nauseating. I'm never going to stop. I'm never stopping. No apologies.
Everything is so severe.
These same campers also experienced a couple more weird things. In their camp that they had set up, they came across a tree that had an in loving memory inscription on it for a couple that had apparently passed away.
Like there?
Yeah, like on one of the trees that was in the site that they decided to make for their camp.
I mean, that's cute, I guess, but I would just be like, nope, this gives me the ick. Yeah. I'm out.
Well, it's like, did they die there? Or
well, that's what I'm saying.
Was that just like their favorite spot? I don't know. They don't know either.
My whole face is just like so itchy now.
Oh, sorry. Don't itch it. You'll take your makeup off.
I know. I'm trying really hard to like sort of touch it.
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, this is like my episode, so it's not going to get better,
What?
So around midnight, one of them heard a man singing that progressively got closer and closer. Okay. And when all of a sudden the singing stops, it was replaced with what sounded like a man and a woman having a conversation.
Okay. Well, never meet a man. Certainly don't talk to him after he's just like randomly breaking out in song.
Well, the thing is, like, this isn't a camp. It's not a camping ground. It's the wilderness that people decide to camp in.
So why is that guy there singing in the middle of the night?
Yeah, there's nobody around. There's nobody there. It's
I
just
rest my
them.
case.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, this is not good.
And they also never saw a flashlight or anything. And that seemed a little off for people to be walking around in nature, treacherous nature, wilderness without a flashlight next to a cliff.
Okay, I'm just picturing some super creepy guy like singing to himself, walking around in night vision goggles.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, well, I gotta go.
Well, that just means it's Brennan from Step Brothers.
It's okay that mine's not movie quality.
Oh, man.
I know that's not in reference to the night vision goggles. No. Okay.
But got it when we're 40.
Yeah.
Wait, what's the other? They're not even that noticeable on your face.
Yes. That is about the night vision goggles.
Oh, boy. Okay.
Oh, my
Pick
God.
a quote.
If you guys ever need someone to like go to a trivia night exclusively about Step Brothers,
we could do it.
Yeah. These two gals.
Yes.
Yeah. Hopefully we're playing for money.
Of course. Why else would you play trivia? For fun?
I think a lot of people do it for fun.
Oh, no judgment. I'm not going to yuck your yum. Okay. Oh, there's more.
There's more.
Wait,
oh my God. I love it.
One of them even felt something shaking their tent.
Maybe it was windy. Was it windy?
I mean, if you're an experienced camper and all, you probably are, afraid of normal winds for sure.
I don't know.
No one else's tent was shaking, so I don't know. Maybe.
I don't like that, really.
Then they found bare human-like footprints in the sand, twice the width and about 3 inches longer than an average dude foot.
Okay, so wait. This has been described as a bear /
BARE. Bare human. Yeah.
Okay, I was like, because bare
No
feet
shoes on.
and human feet are very different.
They're a little different. Yeah.
I was like, is this some sort of a hybrid? Like, how concerned do I need to be? Because here's the thing is I think we've established that we're team bear.
Yeah.
But not if there are bear man hybrids out there.
Man, bear, pig.
Right. Man, bear, pig. Exactly. Yeah. Not to be trusted.
No, they were naked feetsies.
Naked.
They also found naked handprints that would make an average man's hands look like toddler hands. So it was like quite a bit bigger than average man hand.
Okay. I don't see the big deal. I've been doing that for like decades. My hands make everyone's hands. I guess it's like actually the opposite.
Yeah. Yeah. Everyone's hands make yours look like toddler hands because they're so small.
Right. They're like freakish.
They're just basically the size of, they don't even look like, they are toddler.
I mean, a toddler. Like I was average until like around age 11.
I do mean in size because like man hands they kind of act like toddler hands already. So they're just real grabby.
No, yeah. Just touching things. They're sticky.
Yes.
You don't know the last time they were. You don't know the last time they were washed.
Nope. Like, hey, let's take a shower first.
Right.
Want to be fun.
Yeah.
In this person's story, they quoted, "I don't know what a person would be doing walking along the side of a river barefoot. If you know anything about Washington, it's that there's constantly sharp rocks along the river and ocean with very little sand." This seems accurate about Washington.
Yeah, I don't know. I've walked barefoot on like the beaches in Washington.
Yeah, it's like a river though. It's not like a beach. So rivers don't have like a bunch of sandy.
Yeah, I mean, even up on like Orcas Island, like up in the San Juans, it's very rocky.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it
is not, this isn't the coast either. It's way more, it's way inland. So it's like even more rocky.
More rocks.
So many rocks in Washington.
So many rocks.
Washington. Severely rocky. Are we sick of me yet? Because I am.
No, I love it. I'm living for this. I am severely in love with it.
So a couple of friends were leaving Mount Rainier after a day of hiking.
Sounds like a good idea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, people stay in camp, but they didn't hike that long, so they were leaving.
Yeah.
They were leaving in their car. They were driving out, and it was winter, so it was pretty snowy up there. Not a lot of people around because it's hard to drive in the snow.
Yeah.
And they were driving for about 30 minutes and thought it was weird. They kept passing this same distinct tree like 3 or 4 times.
Oh no, they're like stuck in a loop.
Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden the air got oddly warm and heavy.
Ew.
Yeah. And so there was a car in front of them and they stopped quickly. And they see like on the tree line, this short looking person with like a hooded robe on running into the trees. And the passenger already had their camera up because they were like taking selfies in the car.
Okay. Yeah. Too. As so one does.
Yeah. So they like reflexes like a cat. They snapped a picture. And then they felt like a strong, terrifying presence. Like it just felt like uncomfortable and icky.
Yeah.
And then this thing like skittered. They said it skittered off faster than they
that is
ever.
the worst way to describe
I know,
how
skittered. That's why I kept like the quote, because they were like, it skittered off faster and quieter than seemed should be possible.
Yeah.
I mean, they were kind of far. They were in a car, so I don't know how they could have really heard them, but apparently it made no sound.
I don't like it.
And they couldn't make out any of the facial features.
Okay, great. Well, maybe
far.
it's too far.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's not because it doesn't have any.
Yeah, you can see. I have pictures here. Okay, so that's the picture of the thing. You can see it like off on the right-hand side of the photo.
Uh-huh.
You see it?
I do.
It looks far, so I don't know how you would make out
anything.
Facial features, yeah. And you can see some of the snow. They were kind of down further on the mountain by that point. So I don't know. I'm trying to zoom in on this thing.
You can't though.
It does look like it's wearing a hood though.
I mean, it kind of looks like a leprechaun. I'm not gonna lie.
Ooh, it does?
A little. It's hard to tell because it's like
hard to tell.
very indistinct.
But wait,
know.
There's more.
Great. I love it when there's more.
So neither of them felt well and found it hard to focus afterwards.
Same.
Well,
that's just my default though.
Yeah, apparently it was worse than normal, if that was their normal. This is when they got back home and they even woke up having to vomit in the middle of the night.
No, thank you.
More nausea.
Yeah.
Was this?
And this is like happened to me more than once recently.
Oh.
Remember, like I've told you about this because it's had to do with, and like a chronic medical condition, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, did you also have trouble sleeping and have weird, disturbing dreams?
I mean, like, hello, have we met?
Okay.
I always have trouble sleeping. I haven't been having weird dreams, not recently.
Well, I have a new theory.
Okay.
They said this thing was short.
God damn it.
It's Caitlin. She's the hooded creep.
Why am I nauseous?
Because you are trying to pass your nausea off on other people. I don't know.
I'm like, I'm done with this. You take it.
I'm going to run up to Rainier and give other people my nausea.
That's amazing.
It's not Caitlin. Okay.
It's not.
There's also a pretty famous legend in this area of the vanishing hitchhiker.
Okay.
And it's kind of like the woman in white where she stands outside on the road and then wants you to pick her up. And all of a sudden she disappears.
She's like, bye. Thanks for the ride.
Scary. Or she just like shows up and then you like run into her and she vanishes. And then you're like just traumatized for life.
Yeah. Bye. I just downloaded the Uber app.
No tip for you.
Yeah.
The Wonderland Trail is what circles the base of Mount Rainier, and it's said to be haunted by hikers who have passed away on the trail over the years.
Okay.
Because it's, like I said, it's very treacherous. It's the dang old wilderness, you guys. Be careful. Right. And visitors have heard ghostly whispers and feel a presence while hiking along this trail, especially at night.
I mean, that makes sense, I guess.
Why are you hiking at night, though?
Yeah, probably.
Do this?
I mean, not the best.
I don't know.
Like in the summertime? Because they're not saying it's after dark. They're just saying like evening.
Yeah. I feel like it's night. Like dark.
Like night.
Yeah. Like night time.
I'm going to go night.
Yeah.
It's dark outside.
They need to go night in tents and stop hiking around. I'm not sure if that trail, if you need to camp on it, or I don't know. I don't know how things work in this Mount Rainier. I've never been there, so
I don't know.
But a lot of people do go missing here, very unfortunately. Like I said,
like a lot of people,
like a lot of people. Like I said, you need to be fully prepared. Like have your water, have food, tell people where you're going.
Yes,
because it's also really dangerous for searchers to search for you if you're missing. And then they have to put their life in jeopardy for you.
Yeah.
Because you weren't prepared. So not victim blaming you.
Yeah. But, it's like, goes back to like, it's Dick Road, don't be a dick.
Yeah.
Kind of a mentality, at least.
Just be prepared
for
everything you do. Be safe. And often people are never even found because it's so big and treacherous. Sometimes they can't look in certain areas.
Well,
sometimes you're just...
I mean, that happens on mountains like Everest.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's obviously a far more extreme.
Yeah. But we'll see something kind of like that in a minute here. I know. It's me.
I mean, plus there's animals too.
Yeah.
So
bears.
As
amazing as bears are, bring your bear mace.
Yeah. Like, given the choice between a man and a bear, hypothetically, we know how everyone feels, I think, at this point, but still maybe be prepared. Because, like, bears can also be dicks.
Yeah, don't just, like, go up to a bear and give it a hug. A bear hug. I mean, I know that's
bear
very
hug.
misleading.
Give the bear a bear hug. Don't do that.
It's really misleading.
Yeah.
Did you know that I named my first baby was named Grizzly? Because when he was a kitten, I first met him, he would like and like attack his other brothers and sisters like a bear, and he would like stand on it. And he was black and like kind of brown. He was cute.
So cute.
I know. So he was my little Grizzly.
Oh.
He's also my mom's cat. I have to mention that too. I love you, Mommy. Thank you for taking my cat.
Love you, man.
I love you, man. Yeah, because there's a point in your life where you move on and move out of the things that you were doing adulting, and sometimes you have to give your pets to your mom.
My mom would be like, I think you forgot this.
My mom also has my snake because I'm trash.
I forgot about this.
It's still alive. I've had it since it was 18. Its name is Angel. It's a corn snake.
That is like, I didn't realize snakes lived that long.
Yeah, neither did I. Neither did my mom.
Yeah, she's like, I have regrets.
She likes this snake.
Well, yeah, that's what she tells you.
She does. Mommy, comment in the Patreon if you like the snake.
Ma'am.
I do have to pause for a second and just really quickly say that the snake is no longer with us. Her name was Angel, and she was about 16, 17 years old. I got her when I was like 18, 19. They said she was a baby. No clue how old she was. But, so yeah, very sad. Very interesting that we were talking about her. And then I was editing this episode, and she had passed like the day before I started editing. And realized that, we were talking about her. So I just had to quickly come on and say something. She will be missed. R.I.P. Angel. Another group of people hiking up the mountain. A lot of groups of people hike up the mountain, which is good. Don't go alone.
Yeah, also that.
And this is like intense, like snow ice hiking. Like they were going up the mountain, like in the permit.
They've got like the snowshoes and all that.
Yeah,
probably.
They got all the things. They were very prepared. Nothing went wrong with their shit except for things out of their control.
I was going to say, first of all, I don't believe you.
So they stopped to tent camp for the night, and one of them woke up hearing footsteps of multiple people crunching around in the snow. Like I said, even up further, there's like nobody around because not a lot of people do this.
Yeah.
They're basically alone. And they look out of their tent and they see nothing, but they still hear these footsteps. Like it sounds like they're marching around the tent.
That's so much creepier.
It is creepy. It was kind of funny though, because I didn't write this down, but they said something about they thought it might be goats. Because like apparently if the goats they like smell your food or something. And
okay, so there's wild goats up there. Okay.
Apparently.
Okay. That
like
makes
mountain
sense.
Goats, like the ones at the zoo.
Like,
do you think they're the same kind? I don't know. I like the mountain goats.
I like goats. Actually, I don't like goats. I feel about goats similarly to how I feel about geese. And it's because I have a very similar experience with a goat.
Oh.
So
I saw this reel. I know I'm not like never on Facebook, but I opened it one day and I saw this reel of a goat in like a devil costume. And it was like, who thought that this was the sign of the devil? And it's just this cute goat. Like they looked at this little guy and was like, evil.
They're so cute. But yeah, some of them are serious assholes.
I've never met an asshole goat. My dad has goats. Their names are Bert and Ernie.
Stop it.
And they're obsessed with each other and they can't be parted.
Yeah. Well,
It's really cute.
That's adorable.
So another person in their group ended up waking up and they also heard it. So it was like confirmed.
Okay. Yeah.
And this goes on for about 15 to 20 minutes and then eventually fades away. And in the morning, they found no footprints besides their own. No animal prints, no human prints, no Bigfoot prints, no mermaid prints, nothing.
Mermaid prints. Okay, well, that's the part that I really dislike. I mean, it's honestly hard to choose because I dislike so much of that.
Yeah. But like, what else could make the sound of like people like marching, crunching, and like
leave no footprints
and leave no prints. He did say earlier in this story that he heard like a big crack right before this, but it ended up being a crack in the ice, like in the glacier. They found a big crack in the morning. So I'm like, could something be shifting under there, but I don't know. Like
I feel like
that is pretty distinct.
Yeah, that's like a really loud sound. I would think. Maybe they were far enough away from it that like they mistook that.
The footsteps?
I don't know. That seems far-fetched.
Either way, it's kind of interesting that they heard like marching type of footsteps because earlier that day they had passed the Marine Memorial, a large boulder with a bronze plaque on the east side of Round Pass, which I don't really know what that is. It's some sort of pass in this hike. It's about 3.8 miles from Dry Creek, which I don't know if it's actually a dry creek.
Yeah. They're like, oh, actually, that's just like a total misnomer. It's fully a creek.
It's creek.
Yeah, it's creek.
And this is looking at a view of the South Tahoma Glacier.
Okay.
So on December 10th, 1946, a military plane disappeared transporting Marine soldiers.
Oh.
They were not able to search for them due to extreme weather conditions. It was December. The weather conditions likely caused the plane to crash into the side of the mountain.
Oh, no. Yikes.
The next July, they had to wait. A ranger found the missing plane crash on the South Tahoma Glacier. 4 weeks later, the missing Marines' remains were finally found as well. But they were so high up on the face of the glacier that it was too hazardous. And they sadly could not be returned home.
Oh, no. I would haunt the fuck out of that place.
Yeah, so this is the final resting place of the 32 U.S. Marines that perished in this crash.
That is so sad.
Yeah.
Well, and the fact that it took them 4 weeks to find them after
finding the plane.
Yeah, and that's months later as well. Like, that's crazy.
Oh, it's really
it makes sense, but
it's just like that really drives home. Like, if you get lost, like they literally cannot look for you in some places if you get lost. Like,
I just feel so bad for their families too, because when they can't locate.
Yeah. And you don't know where, you don't know if it crashed or if it's safe somewhere on an island. Like,
there's still got to be a part of you that's thinking like, well, maybe they're going to come back.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know, it sucks. And at the time, it was the worst aircraft accident in the U.S. and still is Mount Rainier's greatest tragedy.
Oh, that's sad. Don't worry, guys. Boeing is working on bringing those numbers up.
Oh, I don't want that.
No one does.
I don't want it.
No one does.
You guys, we have something really exciting to share with you.
Let's hear a few words from our new pod besties.
Hello there.
Oh, hello.
This is Robbie.
And Amanda, the hosts of Passages.
With Robbie and Amanda.
And we're here to invite you to take a journey with us.
A very sexy journey.
Into the steamy, sumptuous waters of romantic literature.
But not just any book will do.
Oh, no. Here on Passages, we dive deep into only the most unhinged and unrestrained and downright debaucherous.
Sexy debaucherous.
Stories in the biz.
Review, discussion, and dissection.
Dissection.
So come with us.
In the lands between comedy and sensuality, there lie
Passages.
Passages.
Check them out, creepy people. Their info is in our show notes.
Well, hey, do you want to change the subject? And do you want to go to some more ghost towns and find creepy doll heads with me?
Sometimes it's like you don't even know me.
Or do I know you so well that I can push your little buttons?
I mean, two things can be true.
All right, there's no doll heads this time. I promise.
Okay.
There's not.
You guys, I feel like she's lying to me.
There's not doll heads. Back in the 18 and 1900s, Alder Lake was not a lake at all.
Oh.
It was actually a logging and mining town. Just Alder. Just Jack.
Just Jack. Oh my
So
God.
I've been
I love
watching
it.
so much Will and Grace lately.
Have you?
Yes.
Oh my God, I feel like I need to watch that.
It's just been like on in the background.
Yeah.
It's my new girl, my old new girl.
I mean, it is older than New Girl, and
Yes.
that's confusing.
I
We could spiral on that for a minute.
just rotate through. Like I used to keep that on all the time. It was like on it.
Yes.
Remember TV when you used to like put it on a channel and it would just like replay the same thing for
Oh my
hours?
God.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's basically what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
Just going back to my childhood.
You're like, it's an oldie but a goodie.
In 1942, the town was evacuated to build the Nisqually Dam, which is why it's a lake these days.
Okay, that makes sense. All right.
Well, kind of.
Yeah.
Like the other ghost town we talked about recently, there wasn't any mention of creepy doll heads. But
there wasn't, and suddenly now there is.
I just keep saying it.
In other news, creepy doll heads.
It's a knot spider. But when Alder Lake reaches its lowest Walder.
Walter
That's
Walter
why.
Alder.
But when Alder Lake reaches its lowest water level in the summer, hikers can walk through the old town via the Alder Lake Loop.
I don't know. I don't know if I like that. That's kind of like that. It makes me think of that creepy lake. It's somewhere in
It's
the
Lake Rainier. It's in my notes. Yeah. It's totally in my notes. That's what I thought of too. Yeah, but it's not as creepy as that. But you could see remains of buildings and pipes, some old-timey shoes or dishes or machinery, tires, or a casual rusty Model A Ford engine.
I just kept waiting. I'm like, she's going to say rusty doll head.
Not a rusty doll head. There's no doll head. Stop bringing it up.
You planted this. You inceptioned it into my brain.
The shit out of you.
Yeah. That's all I can think about.
They did put a good reminder in this article I was reading, though, that I think I didn't even think about the last time. But if you go to these ghost towns and like find stuff like this, leave it there. Don't take like the shoe because it's cool, or like something. If you find like a cool fork, don't take anything. Okay.
I could see where it would be possibly tempting for other people.
Yeah.
Not an impulse that I would have, but
also you don't want to take a fucking ghost home with you. So like don't take shit. Okay. Maybe if you find something cool, contact a museum and tell them about it if you think that's where it should be. But otherwise just leave it there for history. Okay.
History for posterity.
It's history. It's not your story. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I was because history and it's rude.
I love that.
Yeah, and this is where I was like, it totally reminds me of Lake Lanier, which is in
Yes.
Georgia.
I
believe.
want to say.
Yeah.
I can
So-
check.
I think it's Georgia. And this whole lake was built on top of a town. And a lot of deaths happened there, like crazy amount of deaths.
But if you know anything about Lake Lanier, you're like, I'm not surprised at all because holy fucked up history.
Yeah, I'm not quite remembering the history. I know they did something to the town and they like wanted it covered up.
Yeah. So it was basically
Allegedly.
like an established community of folks of color, Black people that
was
lived
it
there.
really?
Mm-hmm.
I've heard this story
Primarily.
so many times on Ghosty Pods, and I hear so many things that everything gets kind of jumbled up. In the brain.
Yeah. And sometimes you're like, ooh, do I remember this right? I don't want to, give people the wrong idea or whatever. It is Georgia.
It is Georgia. What I do remember is like people say they feel like hands trying to pull them down or like brushing up against hair or something like that.
Nope.
I don't like water either, so I will not be swimming in any lakes, oceans.
I wouldn't swim in that water. Fuck that.
I'll do pools with clear bottoms. Thank you.
That's my preference, but I like lakes sometimes.
It sucks too because I really love the water. It's just terrifying.
Yeah.
Like even the beach, I don't like to put my feet in there.
Scaly.
Because I saw little fishes one time and I don't like it.
Oh yeah, I don't want
those
things.
little fishes wash up.
Yeah. I don't want things like nibbling on my tootsies.
And there's jellyfish all over the place too.
Oh yeah.
I don't like
That's
it.
true.
I always wear my shoes in the water and everyone's like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
What are you doing?
I'm me.
I'm doing my own thing.
Yeah.
You
Mind
do
your
yours.
damn business.
Yeah.
Let people be.
But out.
There's actually another ghost town in the area. It was a mining town from the 1900s called Melmont. And this was a pretty big town. I think it said 200 something people, which at the time that was a pretty big town.
I feel like that sounds vaguely familiar. I don't know that I know anything about it.
The popular one in the area.
Okay.
So you might have heard of it.
So that makes sense.
And they had a school, a post office, a saloon, a train station, and a hotel.
I mean, they're a big city.
Probs a brothel because you can't go anywhere without one of those. It's true.
I'm just thinking of those old Pace salsa commercials back in the day. New York City. I don't know why. Like, yeah,
Was it a brothel?
He gets his salsa from the big city.
Saloon.
Yeah.
I
No salsa.
know, but I'm just thinking like saloon, brothel, like this vibe, salsa now. Salsa vibe.
I don't think anyone was eating a ton of salsa back then.
You know
I feel like that was
It's kind of funny because like when I wrote this sentence about Lake Lanier, but then we kind of just talked about it.
Yeah.
But in my sentence, I wrote, this place isn't as scary and deadly as Lake Lanier. Holy guacamole. So we have a theme.
Okay. If you want to try and tell me that all of this is not connected, first of all, I don't believe you. You don't got to lie to kick it.
Yeah. We go together like guacamole and salsa.
Yeah.
Which one's your salsa and I'm guacamole?
I don't know. I feel like salsa seems healthier and can sometimes be spicy.
Yeah.
So I feel like that would be you. And I feel like I'm like, I want to be like that. I'm trying to spin this not to say it the way I initially thought and be more like body positive about it. I'm like, it's healthy fat.
Yeah, it is.
I'm guacamole. I'm wearing green.
And I was just gonna say that. And you're wearing green.
Yep. There it is.
Yeah. And
Guac is always extra.
Guac could be spicy too. So
it can.
And you're kind of spicy sometimes.
I prefer that it's not, but
you don't want to eat spicy, but like you are spicy.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can be spicy without eating it. Because if you were to eat spicy guacamole, that would be cannibalism.
I'm gonna give you spicy guac though.
Oh, it hurt my tummy.
Oh no. No.
But okay, so they had all this stuff. They were living in this town. All the stuff we just went over.
Yeah.
And when the mines eventually began to close down, Melmont was abandoned.
Yeah.
Also, a forest fire hit it pretty soon after, and that ensured it would remain forever a ghosty town.
Yeah, that makes sense. You're like, well, we're kind of done like pillaging the earth, and then, you know, the earth fought back with fire. So
it's, oh, no, this is a different one. I was like, it's a lake now. That's weird. But that was the other one. Sorry.
You're like, it's been all of the elements.
Too many ghost towns.
Yeah.
This one is actually not a lake, and you can hike through this one too. And you can see old building walls, railroad tracks, and old bridges too.
Ooh. I mean, that's a thing you could do.
I think that would be cool.
That probably
it's
would
not
be
as creepy as the
more
lake one.
Historical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this one actually has a bridge that is in use, and it's on the National Register of Historic Places.
Ooh.
It's right next to Melmont. It's called the Fairfax Bridge. And
okay.
There's nothing particularly spooky about it other than the fact that it was originally named the O'Farrell Bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's spelled like you're going to become a feral.
Yeah.
And then I bring up this bridge right before your wedding.
I know. We're going to be on a little bit of a wedding theme today.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. So I know I keep saying we're not talking about Bigfoot, but we're going to talk a little bit about Bigfoot again. So there have been at least 6 reported Bigfoot sightings in this area. A park ranger ran into a hairy biped on Mount Rainier in the summer of 2006.
Okay.
And they heard something slamming rocks together, which is like, that's a big sign of a Bigfoot.
It is?
Yeah. They like either like knocking on trees or like hitting rocks together.
I feel like I've heard the tree knocking thing. I didn't realize the rocks.
Yeah, I've heard
So now
that.
I'm just afraid of everything that's outside. Like, great.
But Bigfoots, I feel like, well, I guess if they kill you, then you don't report it and nobody ever knows.
Yeah.
I was like, but Bigfoots don't like typically like kill that many people, but I think they kind of do.
I mean, it's hard to say.
Yeah. I think there's like reports of people disappearing and stuff, but I don't know. I like to look on the good side of Bigfoot. I think that's why I'm like putting it off, you know, because like I want to like them. They thought it was a bear, but they ended up seeing a dark brown leg, and I assume like not a bear leg because like human and bear legs look a little bit different. I think it was kind of more of like a human leg, and then they saw a face.
Okay.
So that's definitely not a bear because
like
I assume they say face. I assume they mean like a human face. And if it was a bear face, I don't think they would have written this story out.
Okay.
They would have been like, oh, bear.
I guess that's fair. Maybe. I don't know.
Bear themed. A biologist was out there one day and ended up seeing a brown human-like creature stand up in the forest and run away on 2 legs.
Okay.
So again, probably not a bear, because if a bear were to run,
they don't run that way.
Stand on 2 legs, but
yeah, they don't run that way.
Yeah, they're not cartoon bears. They're real bears.
Looking for a picnic basket.
Can you imagine just seeing a bear walking around with like a tie? It'd be like, so cute.
Adorable.
Don't give it a hug. I know you want to.
Probably also like if you have a picnic basket, just like toss it and run. You know,
you probably can't share with the bear.
Not so much. They're not big on sharing.
Yeah,
I
bears.
think. They're like, I have a bear of an appetite.
So there was a hobby prospector out on Mount Rainier looking around, and I'm not really sure like what a prospector means.
We can check. Like I can look it up.
Yeah.
Okay. A prospector is someone looking for mineral deposits.
Oh, okay.
They're usually after gold. It's a type of explorer, but one with a specific purpose. So I feel like that could even be just in terms of like looking for land that can be developed and things like that. Like,
okay.
depending on the point in history and whatever the context is, but
Okay.
minerals.
Yeah.
They're
So
after rocks.
they said that he was hobbyist. So I assume he's just out there looking for pretty rocks, you know?
Basically, like, same.
Okay. So this man's was out there looking for his pretty rocks and ended up having a face-to-face encounter with
another prospector?
Maybe it's a Bigfoot prospector.
Yeah.
So he ended up having an encounter with a reddish brown, hairy humanoid figure that was on all fours, but he kind of had like wrinkly, patchy skin. Like maybe he had like a skin disease. Or like a dog with like too many fleas that like itches all their hair off.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
sad,
it
but
had
also creepy.
like big raccoon feet.
That sounds kind of like a bear.
Clauses-ish. Oh, but it had a human face.
Yeah, great.
It says a short muzzle.
Oh my God. You know who I'm thinking of? What's his name? From Guardians of the Galaxy. It's like he looks kind of like a yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have a short enough muzzle, I don't think. I think
Probably
he has
not.
more of a coon muzzle.
Yeah. Well, shit.
And it had disturbing sky blue eyes. And they were like in a stare down. So he had like a stare down with these sky blue creepy eyes. So not sure. I'm not sure what this is. It doesn't sound like an animal that would be there. It doesn't really sound like a Bigfoot.
I'm not really familiar with whatever that is.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. No, that was like completely naked, like the gumbaroo or something.
Oh, yeah.
I think that was like a naked mole rat type thing.
Yeah. I can't think of anything that really seems like it like ideally matches up. Like it checks all the boxes, you know?
Let me look up because I'm like, it kind of does remind me of the gumbaroo. Let's see. A fat black bear. Oh, it is completely hairless. Except for its prominent eyebrows. Remember that? He's got the, what's his face? What's his butt?
The Rock.
Levi, what is it? Levy? Eugene?
Oh, Eugene Levy. Levy Eugene.
Yes, with them eyebrows.
Yes.
I love his eyebrows. They're just...
I mean, they're expressive.
They're its own... They're their own character.
Do you think they have their own Instagram?
They should.
They should.
Someone's done it.
Someone has to have, right?
Yeah. All right. Well, that is Mount Rainier. There is actually some other stuff about Mount Rainier. Like, I think there's some other creepy shit about it. Like,
yeah, I'm sure.
It's
a whole ass mountain.
I know. I can't remember if it was this mountain when we were talking to what's his butt, James from the Margie's Outdoor Store.
Yes.
Was it Mount Rainier? He was saying has like some sort of door in it that like UFOs fly in and out of.
Ooh, I think so.
I feel like.
Yeah. So also that.
Yeah. So that might be this mountain, might be another mountain I don't know about.
I mean, maybe just fact check us. Go back and listen to that and make sure we're talking about the right mountain.
Why don't you go do the research? Okay.
That'd be so helpful. We're like really busy steaming napkins. So
and going to Blink-182 concert.
Okay, some people like to brag. I'm over here just trying not to be depressed that I'm missing out on the Denver thing.
I'm sorry.
I don't want to talk about it.
We'll go next time. I have a literal problem buying concert tickets. It's my toxic trait.
Yeah, it is.
I'm broke. Money ain't real.
I mean, money, I don't know.
Society is fake. It's fine.
Everything's fake.
Well, anyway, do you think we should do some tarot for this spirited mountain goddess who won't eat you in her cave? Probably.
Yes.
Let's do some tarot. I brought my Bigfoot deck. I think it's just a deck of cards.
Okay.
Yeah, they're playing cards. So we're gonna do a little card. What's it called? Cartography.
Cartography or
Something.
cartomancy?
Cartomancy, is that a thing?
Is it? Okay, hold on.
That's weird because I was thinking cartomancy too, but I was like, that's fake. We made that
Pretty
up.
sure that no. Cartomancy is fortune telling by means of playing cards.
Oh, okay. What's cartography? Oh, wait. Is that like a mapping thing? Look up cartography.
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
a thing.
The science or practice of drawing maps. Yeah.
I pulled that straight out of my beehole. Like,
you guys, Cassie is a scientist and a witch.
Do you want to hear something funny? I actually have a funny story.
Obviously.
We're going to talk more about this place, I think, in a Creepy People Chronicles, because I kind of have like a little story.
All right.
But this is funny. So I went to Paxton Gate, which is like a creepy store. It has crystals and bones and like a bunch of weird, creepy stuff.
I want to go to there.
So there was this tray of bones that said like raccoon baculum and whatever baculum. And I was like, oh, are these penises?
That?
Are these penis bones?
Oh,
and
no.
one of the girls looked at me and she's like, uh-huh. And my mom was like, how do you know that? And I was like,
how do you know that?
I have no clue. If you were to ask me what a penis bone would call, I have no idea.
She literally didn't know.
We had to Google it because I still don't remember. But seeing the word and seeing like the bone, I guess. I'm doing this because like the raccoon one was like this big. I didn't buy one. I should have. Maybe next time I go.
She's like, I'm ready for the bachelorette party.
That's what I'm bringing to Caitlin's bachelorette. I'm going to bring a shit ton of animal penis bones.
Okay.
So I'm standing there like, I don't know how I know this stuff. Like I just like absorb stuff from somewhere and like pull it out of my butt
bizarre.
when it comes up. This is like why I'm good at trivia and I don't know why. Like people always tell me I'm really good at trivia. Pretty good at like Jeopardy too sometimes.
Yeah.
Did you know that animals had bones in their penises?
I mean, I guess not. I don't really spend that much time thinking about animal penises, but
I mean, me neither.
She's like, it's only my Roman Empire.
That might be true. Honestly, okay, not in a creepy way though. Only in like
just like macabre.
Just like, you know, like a what do they call it? Like monster bait porn type of way. I read nasty books.
Nasty.
There was one about a moth.
Okay, well, I don't really want to know.
It had a sucker. It's fine. Okay, cut. We're gonna do tarot. We're gonna let that simmer with you guys. And if you need book recommendations, hit me up.
Or a support group, you know.
Okay.
Tarot.
We're doing tarot for Mount Rainier.
Tarot.
We might look a little different if you're in the video. We took a break.
That we did. Cassie's gonna shuffle again. She's going to souffle. She's not really sure why. She wasn't feeling it. Oh, cute. Oh,
did you see it?
Do you know what card that is?
I have no clue because it's backwards.
Okay, flip it. What card is it, Cassie? Let me see. Oh, what is that? Cassie, what is it? Oh, Cassie, you look so pretty. Your hair is so pretty. What card is that? Cassie? Oh my God, don't keep us in suspense. What card is it?
I had to get to my microphone.
I know. What card was that?
It was the Fool.
What?
How funny. Earlier, though, should we talk about our conversation? Okay, let me. I think I have to show and tell.
Okay.
I plan to use this deck because it's Bigfoot. And I was like, oh, cool. And then, you know, I took out the cards and very cool back, but very disappointing because they're just
playing cards.
They're just plain cards. And I was like, oh, but we better draw the Fool because Bigfoot is on the Fool card. And I was like, so we have to draw the Fool. And then I was like, fuck these cards. Like, they're boring because what are the chances that we'll draw the Fool? And Look where that got
Joker
us.
card.
And I even had this, I had it
You
set
set it out.
and I was like, we're going to just use this and set it out.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I'm just going to put it away. So serves me right. We're going to go ahead and set that right out there. And I wish that we had recorded that conversation because I feel like no one believes me.
I mean, I barely believe you, and I was here, so.
I'm such a fucking witch, dude. I can't even with myself. Okay.
Oh, that's so funny. Okay, so should I even read this? Do we need to at this point? Is that?
I think we still need to read it.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and look in the little book too and read that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So our keywords are innocence, beginnings, trust, hope, and opportunity.
Oh.
The first card in the major arcana, the Fool begins your journey toward wisdom.
Who's wisdom? Who's
chasing after Cassie forever and ever and ever. Amen.
And the wisdom never comes.
Yeah.
This isn't about me. It's about Mount Rainier.
I guess.
Slightly before I forget like what I'm talking about. We did talk about like people hiking up the mountain. And I just feel like that's kind of like a fool's journey too. Like hiking up a mountain and it's so dangerous and
yeah. Well, and then the traditional sort of deck that most of us are somewhat familiar with, it also looks like you're standing on the edge of a cliff or on a mountain. Yeah. So
for sure.
I feel like that fits.
So weird because we pulled this twice during my summer episodes. We pulled it for the cave one too.
Huh. Weird.
Yeah, I know. What the fuck? It's just a fool's summer.
She's chasing you. Okay. And we drew this in the upright. Okay. When the Fool appears in a reading, it usually means you're about to embark on a new way of life. You're open to new experiences and to discovering what lies around the bend.
Up the mountain.
Even if you're not sure about the path you've chosen, you have faith that everything will turn out well.
The hiking path?
You probably feel out of sync with the rest of the world, but in a good way. You hear the beat of a different drummer and you're ready to march to it.
Ooh. Wait. Holy fucking shit, you guys.
What?
Okay, so obviously it's been a minute since we actually recorded the bulk of the episode and I kind of like went through and reminded my own self what it was about.
Yeah.
Do you remember we talked about the plane crash with the Marines and the person heard like marching outside of their tent all night?
Oh my gosh.
And you just said like march to the beat of their, literally we talked about like marching. That's crazy.
That's wild. Okay.
I'm so happy I remembered that. I was trying really hard to like remind myself what this was about because I know it's really important with the tarot to know what the episode's about.
Wow.
Oh, so cool.
Okay, let's see. Okay, should I read all 3 bullets?
Go for it.
Okay.
We never know what's going to come up.
Okay, in a reading about money, the Fool urges caution. You may be too trusting, or you may be naive when it comes to handling financial matters. This card can also represent the first stage of a business or investment. Examine details carefully.
There was a ghost town, I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
So, like starting up a town and then, it doesn't go so well later when I can't remember if it was like a mining town.
I think
the logging towns, they kind of go under when, their services are no longer needed.
Pay attention to your intuition, not only logic. If the reading is about your work, the Fool can indicate starting a new job, project, or business venture, beginning a course of study, or going on a business trip. You're looking forward to this adventure or new direction and its possibilities. Embrace the opportunity with an open mind. You have a lot to learn. In a reading about love, this card often means beginning a romance or moving into a new stage in an existing relationship. A new relationship may feel fated, as if you've met your soulmate. Enjoy this period of joy, openness, and excitement.
Oh, or did you like meet Bigfoot and find his big feet prints and hand prints that made you look like a toddler?
I don't know. The quest for meaning always takes us into the unknown.
That's what it's about. This Fool card is so like about adventure and going into the unknown. And yeah. I don't know if you recall the point where you stop and then like you need a pass to go the rest of the way up the mountain. It's like the little camp.
Yeah.
And back in the day, like the Native Americans wouldn't take people up there because they were just like scared of it.
They were like, yeah, probably no for you.
Yeah, that seems dangerous, you guys.
Yeah. You guys aren't really wearing practical footwear.
And I bet people did not listen.
Yeah. You know, white people. Am I right?
Because the mountain spirit of the mountain, Tahoma, will get you, swallow you into her mouth, her maw.
Please no.
That's so cool that we got like adventurous cards on these like adventurous mountainy episodes.
I like it.
So much fun. Okay, I'm gonna read the little story in the Pacific Northwest Tarot booklet.
Do it.
It's a sea otter. Naivete, spontaneity, innocence, carefree, living in the moment. YOLO.
I'm assuming that's an add-in.
No, says it right here. Beginning a journey, a leap. Don't leap off the mountain, please.
Yeah.
Please, God.
No.
The otter had never left the bay. Why would he? The water was warm and the abalone. What the fuck is abalone?
We'll talk about it later. I'm like your mom, and I'm like, listen.
What is abalone? And the abalone plentiful.
It's a fish.
I kind of figured it was something that otters eat.
Yeah. You're like, but what do otters eat? It's not a fish. I lied. I was like, okay, so you gave me an abalone shell.
Oh, I did?
I said fish, but I meant like shellfish. I don't think it's technically it's a mollusk.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a mollusk that eats algae.
And then sea otters eat the mollusk.
Mm-hmm.
And then they crack it open on their chest with a little rock. Oh gosh. Okay. I love the zoo.
So cute.
This was where all the other otters lived, and no one had ever left. Well, probably.
Okay, so did they or didn't they?
I mean, I feel like they probably did. I don't know. It says, well, probably, and that's the end of the sentence.
Oh, all right.
In the evenings, floating in the raft of 100 other otters with his favorite rock tucked securely under his arm to break the abalones.
Oh, sure.
He would stare out over the endless golden pink expanse of the ocean. His companions warned him of orcas and sharks, massive swells, and no kelp to cling to. But he longed to touch the glowing wave crests, to dive and roll in the liquid gold.
Oh, yeah.
This totally reminds me of like climbing a mountain. Like you can stop where the view is beautiful, but like if you want to get there up there and like touch the crest. One morning, stomach full of crab and urchin and nervousness, he started swimming. Before he realized what he was doing, he left the raft behind. He kept on, alert for orcas.
Yes, be alert.
Surely.
Don't call me Shirley.
Surely there was abalone outside the little bay. And if not, there would be something else. He had his rock and his wits and not much else. It would be enough. Well, probably.
Oh.
It's just like such an adventure.
Yeah.
Mountain climber spirit. Seriously. Oh, so cool.
That's cute.
Yay, we did
I
it.
like it. Oh.
Have a creepy ass day.
See you next Tuesday.
Unless you're at the top of a mountain, like, fucking get it. I have to burp. Fuck, I gotta do it from the back. I need a pat. Fuck. I feel it coming up and it won't. Yeah, and I'm like a baby.
Beat the baby.
Can you come burp me?
Beat the baby.
I still have my mom burp me sometimes. Honestly, I have anyone who's around. If I need to burp and they're right there, I'll be like, can you please pat me on the back? And it works. It works, though.
Chris, get in here. I need you to burp Cassie.
Can you be on standby in case we need to be burped?
He's like, good God, do I not do enough for this show already?
When we make enough money, we're going to have someone on standby. We're going to hire someone on standby to burp us if we need it.
Some talent or artists, they have like a writer. Some of them have like, you know, certain industries, a fluffer. We'll have a burper.
Can we also have a fluffer? Okay, I'm done. Let's keep going.